Anything in particular, the red zone, what the issues have been able to dial in on?
Yeah, I think when you really just look at all aspects, I think I got to do a better job, and it's my responsibility, regardless of what any of the situations is. Obviously, the red zone is one of them, but there's things that, again, it's on me. I got to get those things fixed and corrected, and I got to do a better job. So 100% on me. But right now, my focus right now is on the preparation for this week.
Pete, is there anything you do, I guess, specifically to eliminate the outside noise, or do you just go about your business?
I think it's the outside noise. That's part of this business. I think that it's clear that I got to do a better job, and so my focus right now is on the team and the preparation for this week.
Hey, Pete, when you mentioned doing a better job, what does that actually entail?
Well, I got to put our guys in better situations. I think we got to sustain drives, and the red zone being one of the areas that I got to have better play selection and keep drives going.
Pete, what does it mean to have not only Dennis in support of you, despite the struggles they have offensively, and even Derek saying, "Hey, it's on us, it's on us players to make those plays." What does it mean to hear from you that they still have faith in what you're doing?
Yeah, I really don't. I think that's just the type of team players building organization that we built around here, that everybody takes it upon themselves to get this thing turned around and corrected. So obviously their support means a lot, but again, ultimately it's my responsibility.
When you're looking at it, Pete, how close are you guys? I mean, is it just a hiccup here and there, or how close are you to kind of breaking it
I think as when we watch the film, we see that there's some opportunities out there, and so I think that but for those opportunities to happen, I got to make sure that's all cleaned up. Again, right now, focus, preparation for this week, and energy, effort, and getting going.
Hey, you guys have been at the bottom of the league the last 2 years in the use of motion, the percentage of plays. What is it about the system that maybe that's not as incorporated as much as?
Yeah, I think that's something that we can do more of, to be honest with you.
How does it help when you do?
I think that maybe it gets the defense thinking a little bit more, and maybe gives the quarterback some indications of what the coverage might be or what they might be doing defensively.
Is that something that's easy to add in if you decide you want to do it?
Yeah, I think that I mean it's all part of our system. It's just me including it as part of it.
When you see a Belichick defense, what comes to mind?
This group is smart, instinctive. They tackle well. They're going to make you earn everything. They're obviously extremely well coached, and you just see, when you're watching the film, you see a disciplined team, and again, it's a big challenge.
Pete, speaking of motion, you guys did such a creative job of getting Chris Olave the ball in a variety of different ways, especially in week 1, but earlier this year. Why was it so hard to get him involved this particular game?
Yeah, I think that I think there was some, I don't want to say opportunities, but there were calls there for him, and then just whether the defensive structure or the coverage took us away from it. So again, 100% on me. I got to find those ways so that we can get him those opportunities.
It also feels like you guys have had more success with, I don't know if this is fair to assume it's the scripted first 15 plays. What are there habits that it's easy to fall into when things aren't working during a game, or what has prevented finding a rhythm as the game goes on?
Yeah, I think just obviously I think our coaching staff does a great job communicating with me as to after the series and evaluating kind of what's happening and giving thoughts and suggestions. I just got to do a better job putting those together.
What's been a common theme in your conversations with Doug Marrone regarding just some of the offensive line struggles?
Well, I think that I think there's improvement in that area. I just think, again, everything's about the team. We talk about all the positions, so it's not just Doug and I, it's everybody that's in there, and we talk about every position, things that we can do maybe to help guys out.
What are some of the things you feel like you guys are doing well, though, so far?
Listen, I think, again, the focus, preparation this week, I think that there's a lot of areas, all the areas. We got to improve in every area, so that's on me.
I said, what are some of the things you feel like you guys are doing well, though?
Yeah, I think we're getting in and out of the huddle. We're communicating well. I think that Derek's doing a good job getting us into the right plays when he's presented those opportunities. I think it's just sometimes when we get a drive going, we sustain it, but we've had some longer drives that we failed in the red zone. But I think it's getting that drive started. Something that when we have been able to do that, we've had success moving it down to the red zone, but we just haven't finished those drives.
And how often does Derek have that opportunity to get you guys in and out of things at the line of scrimmage?
I think that's part of what he likes being able to do, and so I don't know if it probably varies game to game, but it's something that I'm very comfortable letting him do.
Even dating back to John Gruden being a part of installing the offense, back in the offseason, and all the figureheads on the offensive staff as far as game plan. Has there been any change or addition as far as the people involved in having those conversations and making that plan?
I think it's our staff that's up there, and I have confidence in every one of them, and the process hasn't changed. I think we installed our base offense throughout training camp. Obviously, there were some new ideas with Derek coming in and thoughts that he had, and then there's some people that you talk to as well. Maybe you study some teams, but I think that we're doing what we feel is our base offense. We're waiting over here. Okay.
Do you feel pressure? Do you feel internally to get this turned around?
Well, obviously, I think there's a sense of urgency to get it turned around. We're 4 weeks in, and going back to last year, I just haven't done a good enough job. And again, preparation for this week, get these guys going, a little energy, a little juice, and put that as our focus.
How much time is spent each week kind of on self-scouting in terms of, this is what we've kind of developed a tendency here, how do we get away from that? Because it does seem there are points where it's like, okay, they seem like they were ready for this. How do you kind of approach that?
Yeah, I think that from the personnel that we have in the building, that information comes to us, and it's obviously something you pay attention to. And obviously, we're getting ready to play a great defensive scheme. And obviously those guys, they'll be paying attention to the tendencies and stuff like that. So we try to change it up as best we can.
Just how close do you think this offense is to kind of just putting all this aside and just kind of moving forward and showing what they're capable of?
Yeah, I love the work that we've done this week. I think that, we just got to find that game that it clicks, the rhythm gets going, and I think we've got the right personnel.
Is that kind of what it is that you're kind of most waiting for, is that rhythm to hit in game?
Yeah, so I think that starts with me, yes. Mm-hmm.
Is there just a general confidence level knowing that it's Alvin Kamara's second game back and that, maximize production on his end? Yeah, I think that obviously anytime the ball's in his hands, he has a chance to be electric. I think that, I wish really we weren't explosive at all in any personnel last week with any guys, and I think that, we got to find ways to do that, but opportunities to get the ball in his hands always creates that ability.
Was there any hindsight 2020 thinking on obviously using Adam Prentice against the goal line since it was his first carry of the season?
Well, I think that, that's kind of been our play go-to down there coming out when you're backed up like that. And I think that, in hindsight, hey, you could question, but it's, hey, we're just trying to get off the goal line there. And if, the tighter you are or maybe the further back you are with the handoff, there's always a chance of penetration. So get it in someone's hands quick.
Find something that might have worked, in the run game in, I guess, the third quarter or something? I mean, has that been a frustration for getting this offense going that you're hoping maybe you started to tap into there for a little bit there?
I think we ran the ball a certain scheme. When we got into the second half, we had some, but again, I think part of that's also just me calling more opportunities for those guys.
It was last week, I think people have noted just how many balls were behind the line of scrimmage, Derek's balls. Was that part of the plan, or was that just how the defense
I think it's just the way the game unfolded. But again, I got to do better jobs finding ways to push the ball downfield.
There was nothing with Derek's injury that restricted you from making a play call?
No.
Okay.
Okay.
Thanks,
See y'all later.
Thanks, Pete.
Okay.
Appreciate it.